Padlet and how I use it during PD. Let's go ahead and log in. And the great thing, like everything else, or for the most part, it's free. Just type in your login and password. So at this point, go ahead and click on Make a Padlet, or up in the top right hand corner. But for me, I have plenty of those. I've created them, especially the past few months. And then I can go ahead and recreate any of those. So if I click on the one from May, you can see all these images that are here. Each one of those images is a link to the actual document. So description, link. So for BBC Science clips, I have a short description. The actual image is a link, which is great. California Science Framework. The great thing about this is that I can still share the Google Docs, but also give them access to other resources without participants getting lost. At this point, that means that I have more or less control of the entire PD and prevents teachers from going on to an obscure website. So there are two ways to add links or whatever you want for your students or teachers. Click on that plus sign or just double click on the screen and you're going to get that box. So at this point I want to add, let's say I want to do Edpuzzle again. So I click on Edpuzzle, and essentially it's an interactive video tool. It's actually a great one. And so at this point what I need to do is go to Edpuzzle, copy it, the URL, and go back here, and then see that plus sign right there, add an attachment. And so right click, paste it there, click on that right arrow, and it's going to give you a preview of it. Hit OK, and now it's there. Or I can just delete it, right? So I've done it, yes, OK, delete. I have that there. Now in terms of how I can use this further, so once again, click on Padlet, left hand corner, and create a brand new one. So either down here at the bottom or top right hand corner. So if I make that Padlet, I can select a template, however it works, whatever's best for you. So I select the generic one, and then I can select my wallpaper, make it a little more personal, and I can also title it. So no, we're not going to call it My Swanky Wall, we're going to call it PLL Padlet Intro. Sure. And I'm going to click on Next. And now in terms of who can access it, it's going to be secret, but I am going to want to access the link. So I click on it, and then ready to start posting. So now at this point, once again, I can either double click anywhere, or I can click on that plus sign to add. So I do that, and let's say for example I want to go to Powtoons, because I think it's a cool little website that I just learned about. Copy the URL, go back to my Padlet, great, video presentation tool, right click, paste the URL, click on that forward arrow, and then it's going to give you a preview of the actual website. Hit OK, and it's there, and that'll be a permanent link. So you can see that'll be up there forever. So now all we need to do is figure out how can I share this Padlet with my participants or even my students. This way students can no longer get lost or have an excuse of why they're on wrong website. So if I click on either remake or share, but I'm going to share this, so I click on that, and what I want to do is I want to share, export, or embed. Click on that, and then all I want to do is copy the link to this Padlet, and if I go to short URL, paste the original URL, shorten it, now I can just copy it and I put it into one of my presentations. So I go up here, Now it's there. Insert a text box or something. And there you go. So just by typing in that short URL, it should be able to access it. And the easiest way to check it is for me to copy it and see if it works. Voila. Now at this point I can go ahead and now add, a Google folder. Access to all. Documents. My drive's not up, but then at that point I can just go ahead and click on add, drive, and do the steps. Now you have access to that. So that's that. The other one I want to show you guys is this. If I go back to Padlet and then click on Padlet, I can actually take one of my old ones instead of recreating the entire wheel and just click remake. And so the only thing you need to pay attention to now at this point is, what do you want to copy? You want to copy the design, which is essentially the background and even your structure, but I also want to copy the posts. That means that all these little links that are here, because those are going to be important. Let's say I'm doing third grade again, or I'm doing second grade and they're relevant, voila. So I go ahead and submit. Remake in progress. I definitely don't want the title of remake on there. So what I need to do is click on the gear button here and modify. And what do I want to call it? And say, demo Padlet, third grade, and here we go. It's saved and you're done. So it's a great way to kind of use this as a launching pad for your entire professional development without giving too many links and resources at once. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.